You know Joy Taylor?
Who?
Joy Taylor.
No.
Joy Taylor, she's this black sports announcer. She, I think, didn't she do some stuff with Shannon Sharp? And I mean, anyway, she got like little, she's cute. She got some clouds around her and all this sort of shit.
Shannon Sharp be getting around town, y'all.
I don't know if he hit this, okay? I could be
I didn't
wrong.
know he was so promiscuous.
How is he so promiscuous? Some girls have been
He
saying
got all types of scandals out now. He is a promiscuous man.
Anyway, Joy Taylor was saying that she does not like dating the dudes
Hey, Bixie.
who lead with their religion, you know, like I'm like I'm a man of God,
okay,
God
okay.
this and God that, you know. Let's listen
Okay.
to her and let's just discuss dating those kinds of people, okay?
Alrighty.
Listen to her. Y'all see her on ESPN all the time. Like I say, she cute. She probably drama.
I'm less and less interested in religious men, if I'm being honest with you. I told Paul this the other day. I've had some negative experiences with people that lead with their religion.
Well, let's start it again.
Are you I'm less and less interested in religious men, if I'm being honest with you. I told Paul this the other day. I've had some negative experiences with people that lead with their religion.
Are you religious?
Not really. No.
So
I would say I'm a person of faith, but I'm not.
Okay.
I was raised in a Baptist church, very, very religious family. I don't think that just because you're a Christian that you are, you know, not living a good life. I'm just saying if that's the first thing that you bring to the table, it's a red flag for me because
you feel
I
like
don't
they're hiding
care.
behind their
I don't
religion.
care. Why? What does this
Something
matter to
happened
me?
with that before. That's what that happened.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Multiple
might
times.
have a trigger behind that. for
I do.
sure. Yeah,
I do.
Yeah,
I absolutely.
yeah.
I'm acknowledging. I'm triggered by this, and it's
Yeah.
gonna. It's
Yeah.
it's become a red flag for me. I'm
Wow.
not saying that if you believe in God that you are a red flag. I also don't give a fuck. So just tell somebody else about it. I think for some men they think that that's what women are looking for, like looking for a good Christian man.
Yeah.
You
And
looking
some
for a good
people are.
Christian man?
Which is not me. So
But this is my thing about religion too. Like, like man may not like lead with it, but like some men needed to pull them out of places. Like when there's nothing else. Like I felt like religion like helped me pull me out of some dark places.
Damn. You
religion or
Christian now?
faith?
Faith, probably faith
Right.
more so than like.
Because to me, those
I
are two
have
different
faith.
things.
Okay.
Believing in God, having
believe in
spirituality,
God,
having a
spirituality,
connection
all
with your
that.
spiritual side, praying, all of those things I do.
Yeah.
But
Same, but
to-
religion is different.
To lead
Okay, I
with
understand what
like,
you're
you know,
saying
oh,
now.
like let's go to church on Sunday.
I'm Christian. I'm
Yeah. What do you think, Sheila? Because this kind of your topic. Sheila's pretty holy.
Why is this my topic?
Homeboy, you's the big Christian on the damn
Because,
show, okay? All other girls pretty much going to hell, you know? So,
So because I believe in God, that makes me.
did
the
I
Christian on the
say
show?
anything but you believing in God is wrong? I'm just saying you look.
No, but you make me the big Christian on the show.
No, because
now.
you're
I
looking
believe
for
in God.
religious man. You always talk about how you're looking for a religious man.
Anyways, I never said I want a religious man. I said I want a man who has a strong relationship with God.
I have a strong relationship with God.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. Me and God tight like
You don't even
this.
believe in God.
Yeah, oh, yeah, I do.
This guy's lying.
You don't think I believe? Did I ever?
Fully an atheist.
I ain't an atheist. I just said I had enough of church, okay? Because I've been a lot when I was young,
But
okay?
you say the Bible's full of shit.
I did not say the Bible's full of shit. I just said there's a lot
He
of...
said you believe the stuff that's in the Bible?
Well, some of the stuff in there's a little controversial.
The Bible is crazy. It's a crazy read.
Okay, but I said this with the Bible. I said this with the Bible. Okay. The Bible was translated from language to language to language, right?
Whatever.
Now, hold on. Let's be very clear about something. Let's be very clear
Always
about
the
something.
argument.
If you speak two languages, you can notice something. There's certain phrases, I'm sure someone in here speaks Spanish, right? That's the second most spoken language in America. There's certain phrases that do not translate to fucking English. And there are a lot of languages like that. So there are certain things that if you translate from one language to the other, it can be left out. It can be a little missing piece here and there. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But let me not hate. I'm not hating, I'm just saying.
So because certain phrases can't translate.
I'm just saying.
Anyways,
I have
y'all.
questions. I just said.
You know what?
Thank you, Kim.
Religious. Not all religious people are bad news, but I wouldn't even identify as like religious. I would identify more as like spiritual, like she was saying.
Fucking spiritual, like what
But
you
I don't mind if a guy. I wouldn't mind if a guy lead it with God and lead it with church or whatever. But if that's his whole identity, then that's like boring.
Okay.
You know?
So Jesus is now boring.
No, but if that's your entire
Lord, you
that's
boring, huh? Okay, hold on. But let me.
I want somebody who believes in God but has other interests other than just.
Okay, what about if you meet the guy who goes, you know what? I don't believe. I'm not a believer. I just do my thing. Could you date him?
I've dated an atheist before, and I
Really?
would recommend it.
How was that?
We had a lot of arguments about God. It just didn't work. We weren't equally yoked.
What did he say?
He went to Brown University, so he had a college degree.
Oh,
so
does that do it? Does the Jewish do it?
Yeah.
But his parents were Jewish. Did they know he was atheist?
His whole family was atheist.
Atheist Jews?
Yeah.
Shit. Okay.
Atheist Jews. Yeah. Yeah. So.
I was thinking about this today, right? If you make a movie, right? Because right now they're trying to find a new pope. So they have.
Who do they find? How did they do that? They just get some old man and he's.
No. They have a conclave. Actually, right now, I think the best movie was Conclave. Right? I don't know which movie was best movie at the Oscars, but Conclave was one of the movies nominated. So if you watch that, you understand the dynamic of what they're doing, right? Because today there was black smoke, meaning that the cardinals have not decided on a pope. So they're gonna have to go a couple rounds until they pick the pope. You know what I mean? However, now understand, during Jesus' time, there was none of this, because Peter is Peter? Yeah, Peter, Jesus' disciple, is considered to be the first pope, right? So
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So Catholic and Christianity go together?
Yeah. Okay, so
Catholicism and Christianity?
Yeah, but I mean these offshoots. You got all these offshoots too. So you had
There's so many different branches.
You had the 12 disciples. No, but listen, they all come from. They had the 12 disciples, right?
Okay.
And so Peter was the main one, so he's considered to be the first pope. Then the church split again, because if you notice, like the Russians do their own thing, which is similar to the Orthodox thing that they do that's similar, because they broke off. Okay. Then the Lutheran Church broke off. You know what I mean? So you have a lot, and then obviously you had the Episcopalians broke off because King Henry wanted to divorce his wives and shit like that. And so the Catholic Church wasn't doing that, so this motherfucker going to start his own religion. Okay. You know what I mean? I'm not even joking. Like this is real shit. So when you look at all these things, right? Sometimes you sit back and go,
but there's one common denominator.
What?
Jesus.
You think Jesus ever see a conclave? With all these dudes in little funny hats and different outfit? This after him. He come back now, he wouldn't even recognize some of this shit. Anyway.
So about they created new religions after Jesus?
Not new religions, new interpretations.
Oh. I don't know.
Like you go to, some churches, alcohol is wrong. Okay. Some churches, alcohol is fine because Jesus turned water into wine. Okay. Some churches, when you drink the wine during, during like, what did that mean?
Some churches, it's okay to be gay.
Yeah, but some churches, when you drink this, like you're drinking wine and it represents the blood of Christ. Then other churches, it's supposed to actually be the blood of Christ that you're drinking. So you're drinking his blood.
But it's actually wine.
Yeah, but I'm saying like it's... Yeah. Whatever.
You know they found like the real blood of Jesus Christ? I think every time I find some religious shit on Instagram, I send it to Tipsy on... Where was it? In a vial? DM, he never responds.
Was it a vial?
No, it wasn't in a vial. It had dripped through the cave where he was executed, crucified. It dripped down.
Yeah.
Crusted into the earth over all those years.
I believe that. I really believe that. Yeah.
Look, you got
positive? Was it all positive?
I don't know. You gotta fact check some stuff, man. But they tested the blood, and the blood dated back to like Jesus.
But listen,
y'all can't let me tell it because I don't know all the facts, and it's not gonna sound smart.
We ain't gonna stay on this religious thing long because clearly this ain't going well, right? For either of us.
But I'm just saying, there is facts. You can find historical facts.
Okay, but I will say this. If there was no religion on planet Earth, ladies and gentlemen in the comments, Do you think life here on earth would be better or worse if there was no religion?
We'd all be some savages. We'd all be Vikings.
Why would we have to be savages?
We would all be Vikings. It'd be like Lord of the Rings up in this bitch.
So hold on. Religion is the only reason why we ain't killing each other?
Hell yes. People are scared to go to hell. And that's the only reason. Otherwise, we'd be killing people left and right. It'd be like one big old episode of The Purge up in this bitch.
Okay, hold on. Let me give you all...
Because people wouldn't have a moral compass.
We have ethics.
Naturally, human beings are kind of fucking crazy and like savages. So like something's got to keep us like, you know.
Okay, hold on now.
Something's got to keep us. Now, I think all hell would break loose.
Okay.
Even though religion is the source of so much pain.
Let me explain something. That is utter bullshit.
Whatever.
You know how many people on this planet are atheists and they're nice to their neighbors? They don't run around killing everybody. Okay? Matter of fact, usually when you see some people getting fucking killed, it's some religious shit. Right now, as we speak, Israel and the Palestinians are fighting in Gaza. Right now, okay? So that's Jews against Muslim. Right now, India and Pakistan are at war, okay? That's Muslims and Hindus, okay? All this shit is religious. What are you trying to prove? I'm just trying to say, like, if this world had no religion, we would all be a lot better off, okay? There would have been no crusades where they kill everybody. There wouldn't have been a Spanish Inquisition where they burn half the women at the stake, okay? We would have been better off.
Curly agrees with me. Curly agrees with me.
People keep saying that, but that don't make any sense.
Brittany said religion is about control. I agree.
And that's true. You can't look at Scientology, okay?
What the fuck is Scientology? What do they believe in?
I don't know. Some similar to shit what Christians believe in, okay?
Oh, okay.
No,
why is it called Scientology?
It's different. No, it's different. Oh. This is very different. Like, they believe that some aliens came and did some stuff or blah, blah, blah.
Oh, like the Anunnaki and stuff?
No, the Xenu thing. I played the video once before.
Oh.
But when I play that shit, I end up getting flagged.
I must have not been here.
Exactly. Hold on. You want to see the best example of religion? ISIS, okay? That's religion. ISIS is religion. There's no way a normal person does some of the shit they did without fucking religion.
Look what Ryan said. I agree with Ryan.
The difference from animals and humans is the fear. Dude, like, the fear of God don't keep dudes from doing shit. Right now, listen, hold on.
Listen, the fear of God does keep dudes from doing shit. Think about it.
No, it doesn't.
Think about it. They touched that little boy, but they probably wanted to go further. They probably wanted to do Jeffrey Dahmer.
Touch with a little boy. What you talking about?
I don't know. People be touching kids and doing weird shit.
But you gotta be more explicit. That little boy, I don't know which little boy you mean.
But I feel like it holds him back where he...
Dude, are you all nuts?
Religion holds
Let me ask you this.
They still give in to their instincts, but they don't go as far. They don't take it as far because of religion.
That is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. When you look at your side piece, okay, and them little tight pants, are you going, man, okay? You know, I would do this, I would do this, but I can't because the Lord's watching. Absolutely the fuck not, okay? Especially with Christianity, because the beauty of Christianity is you could do the shit, and then when you're done, you repent. Yeah, I tore that shit up, okay? Dear Lord, forgive me. Done.
I mean, you have a point.
Exactly. I'm just saying the fear of God does not keep us in line.
You have a point.
Living in a religious state, we'd be better off without. Exactly. Like if you watch A Handmaid's Tale, that's an extreme version, right? But dude, like hardcore religious dudes is always some crazy shit. Like the fucking Taliban. You know when the women commit crimes sometimes? Most like the atheism and degeneracy go hand in hand. I've been to an atheist church service before, dude.
An atheist church? What do they talk about?
Okay, hold on. I'm lying. Hold on. No. Yes, this was an atheist church service here in LA. Okay.
What do they talk about? Was it on Sunday?
Yeah.
Why did you go?
It was all fucking Sunday.
Why did you go? Why did you go?
I wanted to see what was up.
So what was up?
Okay, let me tell you how these dudes did it.
Where the fuck?
Firstly, okay, they tell you explicitly, no fucking cameras, okay? Don't take out your phone, don't take any pictures. You understand why, right? Because if someone in there is an atheist and they at a meeting or service, okay, and they get back to their job and they work.
What the fuck? It's not the KKK. It's literally I don't believe in God.
Yeah, but that could still cost you depending on who your fucking boss is. That's a big deal.
Okay, whatever.
You see how many people in here believe that the world's better off because
do jobs ask you about your religion before you start the job?
No, but if you know a dude's a fucking atheist,
you're gonna fire him?
At certain companies, you could get fired.
Okay, that's crazy.
Imagine if you work for frickin' what's the chicken place?
If he can do the job.
What's the chicken place, man?
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, imagine you work at the Chick-fil-A head office and you're an atheist.
Why would you work at the fucking Chick-fil-A head office if you're a fucking atheist?
Because it's a fucking job.
They're publicly Christian.
Yeah, but it's a job. You got a job.
So go work at a different court. Go for
I can't get a job
anywhere. McDonald's, Burger King.
I work for Chick-fil-A. Okay?
Sonic.
I work for Chick-fil-A. I'm just giving you an example. Like, you wouldn't want them to know that, okay? This is your private life. You don't want them to know.
Wendy's.
They don't want pictures. So we go inside, right? And so we're seated like... We go inside, right? It's seated like a church, okay? And the band's playing like a church band, but it's not like Christian songs.
What kind of songs is it?
Like just hit shit, you know what I mean? Like just like whatever. Like you could fucking be Blink-182, like whatever.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And then they're just talking about like what's going on in the world and blah, 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 blah. Almost like the dude's preaching, but he's not. Like it's more like a talk. You know?
And is he like preaching against Christianity, or is he just like saying like?
No, they just like talking about different things.
Do they talk about like the Big Bang or something, or like?
No, none of that shit. It was just like regular conversation, just being safe out there, you know, looking out for one another, being nice to people, that kind of shit. More so than the fucking church.
You don't know that. What churches have you gone to recently?
Dude, the pastor come up there, look here, you all going to hell if you all don't do this, you don't do that.
Yes,
none of that.
Where's the last time you went to
church? There was no
church?
pressure like that, okay? The last time someone died, okay? And that's what they're gonna get. You see? And so...
I think at some point in life, religion was very important for society. You wouldn't have developed as humans without religion. But that's like a long time ago.
They just play whatever, right? And so Shayla, we're in there, and then...
They play Christina Aguilera?
They play whatever because it's not...
Wait, Rocket Juice, you go to these churches?
Let me tell you. Okay, let me tell you.
It's like motivational speeches, but with not...
It wasn't even like motivational. It was just like friends hanging out. But in a church service kind of style. Fucking wild, right? Okay. But it was more about loving each other and being friends with each other and being nice to each other. Okay. You know?
I'm not
more so than in church. I'm just saying.
Alrighty.
Okay? There was no like you going to hell if you don't do this. You know? And so
Karen, you're extremely right. That's completely, totally right. Absolutely. That is totally me, 100%.
She's the type of girl who believes in witchcraft and religion but doesn't believe in the Big Bang or we landed on the moon. Anyway, so you do that and then that was it. But like everyone was freaking cool, you know?